So guys, I'm here at the Githurai bus terminus, and let me tell you, there is a looming Monday shutdown.
On Monday, there will be strictly no movement of any vehicles, or the roads will be blocked until the government listens to our cry, because we've been promised, and everything we are promised has not come to fruition. And lastly, we are urging all our investors in the public transport that effective immediately we are increasing our fares by 50%.
So on Monday tunaenda maandamano. We need to be very clear. Tunaenda kuandamana na vibuyu, tutakuwa CBD na vibuyu zetu tukidemand that the fuel prices ziende chini. Ziende chini because mchague kitu moja. Muamue kama ni nyanya itapanda, ama ni unga, ama ni rent, ama ni shule, ama ni fuel. Haziwezi kuwa ni zote. Sasa tumekataa na mtajua tukisema tumekataa tunamaanisha nini. It will not be business as usual. Hamutapenda, hamutapumua. Tutakanyagana shingo. Tukanyaga shingo, tumenyamaza. Sasa tutavurugana. Tutaanza kuvurugana Monday. Haitakuwa sawa hapa Kenya.
So guys, wahenga wanashanga. Ask me why. Kwa sababu we literally killed the messenger. We killed the messenger, or rather the messenger was killed. Because tell me why. Napatana na tweet ya Jacob Juma. Akisema nini? Wacha niwaonyeshe. At if William Ruto becomes president in 2026, he will hike fuel prices and reduce. Then he will hike again. And this time, Kenyans will be tired of him. They will remain silent and suffer. Why? Tuliwa nabii. Wa na alituitili 2016. 10 years ago. One time. Minaonaje? To revisit hiyo pejeta ya Jacob Juma, tujue hata kitu ita happen 2032. Mimi sitaki to risk. Tuangalie tujue hata kitu ina happen next year. Guy. One time.
Before we go to that, let me tell you that even the online taxi drivers are going for a strike. By the way, wanaenda kwa hizo maofisi on Monday, because they are saying that if there is a fuel price rise, then that rise must be commensurate with the fare that is being displayed on the app. Therefore, on Monday, there might be a showdown. But let me come back to this now. Many matatus are going to rise their fare by 50%, and also they may strike at some point because the cost of doing business is becoming a menace to them day by day when these fuel prices are being added upon every other time. Stay tuned, because we shall be here on Monday at the Githurai bus terminus. So stay tuned.
My people, United States versus Iran war.
As far as we are concerned, the Strait of Hormuz is open and all vessels can pass except the vessels belong to those countries who are in war with us, who are fighting with us.
But why are we still having a sharp spike of oil prices? Maybe it's because of the petrodollar, because Iran have made it clear they have fully reopened the Strait of Hormuz. But the United States and Israel cannot be able to sail through. Abbas Haragacha has made it clear that they can never trust the United States. I remember a few days ago, Bibi had said that the Middle East conflict is not yet over. So there should be an aggression inside Iran anytime soon. You know, all this ceasefire thing had actually paused everything across the Middle East. Let's pray for peace.
Do you know fuel can come down to around 70 bob? If we just remove wickedness from leadership. You can bring fuel down 70, 80. Even if fuel becomes zero, wouldn't it be the best thing for a leader that you want your people to be able to afford, right? So the biggest oil refinery is here. The second largest urea refinery is still him in the whole world, is here. Why should we be buying 50 kg of, what do you call it? Cement. At how much is it now? 7, 8, 900? It's confirmed now. How much is it? Why would you be buying cement at that amount of money? Yet the things that produce cement are here. Yeah, I don't understand. And when you touch on some of these things, people don't understand what you're trying to say. And I watched the head of Total saying, now because of this, we are pushed to come to Africa. You know what that means? But you still see Nigeria poor. You still see the neighboring countries poor. You wonder. I've been to Nigeria many times. I asked a normal driver that's carrying me. The driver is complaining, oh, you know, fuel has gone up. Then I just want to study what is up according to a Nigerian. The amount of money he tells me he buys a liter, I laugh. I say, you come to Kenya, you die. You will not survive in Kenya. At how much are you buying fuel? And you're complaining. The goal of leadership is the ability for people to afford. Leadership is about affording. Make things cheaper.
Mimi, I'm in full support of the nationwide transport sector strike nimekuwa scheduled on Monday because already as a business, I'm already feeling it. Nimeweza kufeel because ever since increase mafuta, already nimenotice my customer mpungua na kuna ma products hazisongi. Na nikiuliza some my people naza ni aje mnaje mwezi tunazindo wananiambia manze hawa watu wako vile imeincreasiwa, it doesn't make any sense for them to be able to continue doing this business. So wameweka vitu zao nyumbani wakingoja waone kama itapungua kidogo, because even if they charge ama increase kidogo, they're still not making any money. And I'm like, yani everybody is gonna feel this thing. Everybody is going to feel this thing because we understand how diesel permeate into our economy. Like diesel is the heartbeat of our economy. Wanze utakuwa on Monday huko nje na watu wengine. As in, you know, watu tamfollow kuja wambe, oh, you know, this price increases everywhere, it's global. But you know, there's a method to the madness in other countries, but in this country, increase price. I'm going to explain him to me a method gani. Make it make sense, bana. Tokeni strike on Monday.
Kila masaa tu nafikirianga kwenda kununua dinga hivi mtu yangu. Lazima usikie mafuta imepanda. Hapa kwa Futsubishi sioni dalili ya kutoka mtu yangu limbaya. Tatembea di uwa. Unaenda kufikiria kununua GL hivi. Inabaki uko na LG leg. Ni leg hadi Lexus hivi mtu yangu hadi kiatu inalala side moja. Aya. Taka ninunue mafuta ya 100 daily. Hadi ile siku ndapata mafuta ya kutosha ndo ninunue gari.
Majamaa, mimi niambie ni Bulande inacheza kwa ground. Unasikiaje? Wale wanasoma tatu una chairman wao wamekachini wakasema ni aje wanataka kuongeza Ferrari na 50%. Alafu wamesema ni aje wanataka pia kupiga strike. Juu wananika gavana bandogo, wanashindwa kwa nini gavana ongeza diesel 40. Mimi nakomeni Bulanda.
I think wale watu wamepandishiwa bei ya mafuta ni watu one term. Watu wa one term ndio wameongezewa bei ya petroli na bei ya diesel. Hao ndio watu ambao wameongezewa bei ya mafuta. Watu wa two term bei yao mafuta bado iko chini. Wataendelea kununua diesel na shilingi 100 na petroli 100. I think sasa ukienda kwa petrol station utaskani uonekane kama ni one term ama ni two term. Ndio uziwe bei ya mafuta kulingana vile una support Kasongo. Wale wanasema Kasongo must go, bei yao iko juu. Wale wanasema Kasongo ni two term, bei yao iko chini. Fikirieni na mwache kuwa na uwazimu mingi.
Wahenga walitudanganya vile walisema mpanda ngazi ushuka. Juu bei ya mafuta imekuwa ikipanda
na inapanda hata zaidi.
Sasa hii Kenya yetu kila kitu inapanda bei. The only thing that is dropping is Drake's album. Anita Max Win fare kutoka Thika hadi Nairobi ni 200. Amina dilemma. Sijui nilipe hiyo fare niende job ama niongeze tu hiyo 300 imebaki niende tu Mombasa. But let's also look at the positives. Watu wenye mlisema mnataka kuanza gym na fitness this year, you can take this opportunity ya kupiga morning run kutoka nyumbani mpaka job, kutoka Kiserian mpaka Upper Hill. Mkicamouflage even at the high cost of living. Who is gonna know?
Good people, let nobody lie to you. And I repeat, let nobody lie to you, including that incompetent and inept individual masquerading as an expert in the docket of energy, yes, Wandai, that the high cost of fuel is as a result of the war in Iran. To some extent, yes. However, our greatest challenge and impediment as to why we are paying more at the pump is because of taxes, levies, and landed costs. Yes. If you disrupt the supply of oil, which is constantly in demand, yes, the price will go up, but not as high as Kenya. And I want us to debunk that. Now, what is it we are talking about when we say landed costs? This is basically the cost of importing. Kenya imports oil, yes, refined oil, not crude oil. We import refined oil from 3 areas. From Saudi Arabia, that's Saudi Aramco. From Abu Dhabi, that's Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, and Emirates, which is Emirates National Oil Company. So landed costs basically are the transportation charges from the port of origin to the port of destination. We also have insurance inside there. Then when the oil reaches Mombasa, Kenya pipeline comes in through distribution and storage. So inside the landed costs, we have distribution costs and we also have storage costs. And all this happen before the OMCs, oil marketing companies, put their markup and before government puts its taxes. So if you look at petrol, the landed cost per liter is 118, but government is charging 74 shillings per liter on tax. If you look at diesel, the landed cost is 167 shillings per liter, but government is taking a tax of 68 shillings per liter. Kerosene, the landed cost is 172 shillings per liter, but the government is taking 49 shillings in taxes per liter. Now, good people, when it comes to the taxes, the devil is in the detail. There are a plethora, a myriad of levies and taxes. Some of them being, we have excise duty, road maintenance levy, petroleum development levy, petroleum regulatory levy. We have the RDL, that's the railway development levy, anti-adulteration levy. We have the merchant shipping levy. We have the IDF, which is the import declaration form. And finally, we have VAT. Now, let's draw a nexus with our East African brothers. We have Ethiopia, we have Burundi, we have Rwanda, we have South Sudan, and we have Uganda. The common denominator these 5 countries have is that they are landlocked, meaning they have no access to a shoreline or a coast. They have no ocean or sea. Now, these 5 countries import their oil from also where Kenya imports its oil. They use the same equipment, the same ships to bring their oil. But since they do not have a shoreline, they depend on countries that have a shoreline with the Indian Ocean, namely Kenya, the port of Dar es Salaam, and in Kenya we are talking of the port of Mombasa, or Djibouti. Now look at Ethiopia. Ethiopia uses the port of Djibouti. But by the time a customer in Ethiopia is fueling their car, their prices are way lower than Kenya. Uganda uses either the port of Mombasa or Dar es Salaam. But go to Uganda, the prices are lower than Kenya. Same to Rwanda, same to Burundi, and same to South Sudan. These landlocked countries, their prices should be more exorbitant than ours because they are spending more in terms of logistics to ensure they get the end product in their country. So how is it these landlocked countries, their fuel is still cheaper and ours is expensive? It is the taxes and the levies. So do not be hoodwinked. Don't fall gullible to that narrative that, oh, the Strait of Hormuz is bringing this problem. That's a lie. Yes, it is partially bringing, but not fully. The thorn in the flesh are these exorbitant taxes and levies. And there's nothing we can do about these taxes and levies. We shall pay them whether we like it or not, because we borrow money from IMF. And before IMF release any money to you, they have conditions. And these conditions are punitive and draconian. But they have to put them to ensure that they get reimbursed their money. So before IMF disburses that money, they have those stringent conditions like these taxes. And that is why you'll see the cost of living will go up. In the history and existence of Kenya, diesel has never been expensive than petrol. But it is happening under our God-sent president, the only president with a PhD in botany and artificial insemination. He told us G2G. All his predecessors have been using the OTS, open tender system, which was more transparent and competitive and efficient. No, but he came and said, we need to do G2G, the gangster to gangster, which will protect us from shortages. But look what is happening. Yes, look what is happening. And the cost of living is going to go up. Manufacturers depend on diesel. So the cost of basic commodities, sugar, oil, milk will go up. And once those ones go up, inflation will strike. Logistics is about to get expensive. Most heavy-duty trucks use diesel. Yes, so the cost of shipping will go up. Basically, everything will go up. By midnight, matatus had already increased their fare. But funny thing, these policymakers of ours, they spend a lot of time defending themselves instead of coming up with solutions. But they won't feel a pinch because they have fuel allowance, mileage allowance. But it is us who feel the pain. And those singing two-term, kindly tell us where we can also get this fuel. We are all Kenyans. I understand you people are getting this fuel cheaply. Tusaidie. Ongeni na hiyo serikali tusaidie. Hey.